It makes the rivalry even more intriguing, more interesting.
Definitely.
That edge to it. It just gives it that edge to
Welcome to the Brothers of Destruction podcast, where we break down all the latest WWE action. From epic rivalries to shocking twists, we've got the full breakdown.
Yes, people, welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Destruction podcast with yours truly, PrimeTime and my brother Flace. We are going to do a review of SmackDown post SummerSlam. So we're going to look at a couple of returns to the blue brand for a couple of superstars, some intense segments, personal rivalry starting up. We've also seen a debut tonight on the main roster to end SmackDown as well. And we've got a certain someone, another return forthcoming, who will not be coming back alone. And we're going to look at the first match in the new reign of a champion who's unfortunately as well suffered an injury. Before we get into SmackDown though, guys, remember to check us out on YouTube, like and subscribe to us. Check out our videos as well on Instagram and some of our older episodes on Spotify if you need an introduction to us. Bro, how are we doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm blessed, highly favoured, in a good mood. Enjoyed SmackDown as well. I thought it was a decent show. Had a couple of hot promos, some good match in there as well. I'm in a good spot. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Been a tired week. Technically been working 14 days straight, so one of those days off in there I had was doing shows all day. So yeah, give or take, been working for 2 weeks straight since my holiday. Still managing all right. I'm still alive, you know what I mean? Still getting on with it, just grinding away. In that sense, guys, we've also want to say a big thank you and a big shout out because we have now recently gone past 200 subscribers. And big up, guys. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank
big
you.
Up.
Appreciate it.
Road to
which means we got to up our game as well.
Keep aiming up higher and higher. Up our game, exactly. Yeah. And that's the gripping content we give to you guys, and we are going to do even better with it as we get on. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. We've got some big episodes coming up, including our episode focusing on the career and legacy of the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. So stay tuned for that.
Looking forward.
But before we get into that, though, we'll get into this episode here. Starting off SmackDown, and new number one contender Kevin Owens returned to the blue brand, and he is up against CM Punk. And this history between them two, this history that even the commentators have said they're not allowed to speak about, which is interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
I found that interesting.
Yeah. But what I think some of it is, well, they're probably hinting at it, and probably part of the reason they've been told not to mention it as well is maybe certain things involving AEW. Now, obviously, we know with the stuff that happened to CM Punk and the Young Bucks up in AEW, you don't need to go into that. If you guys are not sure, then obviously look it up online and CM Punk Young Bucks. But also with that, Kevin Owens is friends with the Young Bucks, which is interesting. With this, though, there's also the story as well. Where years ago, I think it was Punk made criticism or criticized Kevin Owens wrestling in a t-shirt, and one or two things sort of stemmed from there. Apparently, that's where it stemmed from. Might be a bit of a personality clash in there as well. But safe to say, and I've known about it for years as well, that there is that tension between Punk and Kevin Owens that might still be there.
It makes the rivalry even more intriguing, more interesting.
Definitely.
That edge to it. It just gives it that edge to it. Similar to sort of Jade and Rhea when they were having their feud. And they had issues behind the scenes. So it just, for me, it gives it that edge. And this is a rivalry that I think a lot of us have been waiting for a good while now. So because of obviously the personal issues, it takes it up a notch, and I can't wait for this. We had a good start on SmackDown. I thought it was a hot promo. Both guys said their piece well. Obviously, Kevin Owens got a little push in there as well. For me, this is the start of a hot feud, which is going to culminate in probably one of the matches of the year, because I think their styles will gel very well.
I can definitely see that match being a banger. But even building up to that match, you say this promo here was hot between them.
Yeah,
and I think there's still more to come. Obviously, if they give it enough time as well. But I think that's the thing a lot of people look forward to as well. Them two on the mic with each other, and what might get sort of pushed, or where they sort of blur the lines of kayfabe and reality. Because again, as we said, there is a bit of tension outside the storylines there between them. But which is why, as much as we talk about Jade and Charlotte and some of that stuff might have blurred the lines there, which we'll get into later tonight as well, because they had their main event in SmackDown, so we'll get into that later.
Not Jade. Not Jade and Charlotte. Jade and Rhea.
Oh, Jade and Rhea, sorry.
Yeah.
Jade and Rhea, sorry. I had Charlotte.
Yeah, I think Jade and Charlotte are close, actually. Outside of the ring, I think they're quite close.
Yeah, they are. They are, yeah. Based on social media and stuff like that. I think I might have seen pictures previously. But yeah, obviously we'll get into main event. But yeah, maybe Rhea and Jade, but Punk and Owens do go back, I think, as well, back to the indie scene as well. Yeah, so we'll see how it plays out. We'll see what gets mentioned in the coming weeks. I think there'll be more that comes out in the coming weeks, hopefully, as expected. And this feud is going to get hot. So leading up to the title match. You still got the Sami Zayn factor in there potentially as well.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't become a factor, because I'd like to see it just be Kevin Owens, CM Punk, especially for the next few weeks up until the match. If the rivalry then carries on after that, then maybe Sami Zayn can sort of get in there. But for now, I think just leave it to those two. It doesn't need Sami Zayn or anybody else getting involved. That's why I like when Cody left, when CM Punk came in the ring and Cody left, it was almost like Cody was closing the door on the title picture for the time being, at least. That's how I felt when he left, yeah. And also CM Punk said to him, just say when. So for me, I like that bit, because that was like Cody almost walking away from the title picture for now. And I don't think we need a Sami Zayn in the short term, at least, getting involved.
Maybe not. I think he will get involved at some point. It feels like it's written, but maybe not for now. Especially if his wrist is injured as well, as they showed on SmackDown. But yeah, I'm interested to see this. And shout out to Kevin Owens for coming back after a near career-threatening injury, which could have ended his career. Neck injury is nothing to mess around with. 17 months later, he comes back. Brilliant, man. Brilliant reaction when he came back at SummerSlam. And I know there's going to be a lot of support for him too.
He barely missed the beat.
Barely missed a beat. There's going to be a lot of support for him, I think, as well, to beat Punk for the title. Might not, but it's a feud you can sort of drag out a bit as well, and it makes Punk as champion a bit fresh as well, when you've just seen him have a title reign early this year, and he's got another one now so soon. But I think a feud with Kevin Owens for a title could make it fresh. Speaking of fresh as well, and I said Cody could have done with this as well. A break from the title picture now, looks like he's having, and he's having a personal feud with Randy Orton, who also returned at SummerSlam. And they might be cooking here. They might be cooking here with this. This has been built up for years, and they had a match.
For me, we've had some good promos this year, and this one was sort of up there. I thought this promo was fire with both guys, and I love the way Cody ended it, saying, "You're the last legend here. Who's going to kill you?" And obviously, that got Randy. Obviously, and he's the legend killer. He's now the legend.
See his face.
Yeah, he's now the legend with the target on his back. And even saying that,
he's become weird. The one thing he was targeting.
Yeah, it feels weird, because it felt like the other day that this was a kid that was targeting legends, going after Mick Foley, going after the Undertaker, etc. It felt like it was the other day. And
Harley Race, Stephen.
So we're all getting old. Yeah. That's what it tells me, we're all getting old. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And as Cody said as well,
Dusty Rhodes as well. Sorry, Dusty Rhodes in
Dusty Rhodes, yeah,
as well.
Dusty Rhodes.
Another one.
And Cody said, I'm the standards of the title. I don't have to be the good guy. So, like I said, and I've been saying it for a while. I hope we do see a darker side of Cody. And that line there hinted that we might. So I'm looking forward to that.
Definitely.
For me, this should only end one way, and that's in a Hell in a Cell. That, for me, it has to end in a Hell in a Cell. Whether they're going to have a couple.
I think it's personal enough.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, if it does end in Hell in a Cell, I hope they make use of the cell this time.
Yeah, I think they will. But whether they're gonna have maybe one more match,
So
if it's one more match for me, it's got to be Hell in a Cell.
I think they will.
If it's 2 more matches, then you can maybe have like another normal match or a street fight or something, and then maybe the 3rd match, which is likely to be a rubber match, I suppose. You can have in a Hell in a Cell, but I just think it's got to end in a Hell in a Cell. It's that personal. It's on that level now. And again, with Randy Orton, in Hell in a Cell, this is a vicious bastard. Again, in a Hell in a Cell, I'd like to see a different side of Cody.
Yeah, so you might bring out the dark side of Cody as well, like the vicious side.
Yeah,
they can dig deep into.
Yeah.
Last time Cody Rhodes in a Hell in a Cell match, he wrestled with a torn pectoral, which is mad. Still, even that sight in my mind now is mad. Seeing that wrestling with a torn pectoral and having a 5-star match in a Hell in a Cell. That toughness in Cody is probably gonna have to bring out against Randy Orton to beat him. And I think there'll be one match here that happens because they had the match at Mania. They'll probably have another match, and then it might end. Whether it's Hell in a Cell or a Last Man Standing match could end in.
Yeah. Do you know what? We don't have enough Last Man Standing matches, and I love those matches. Last Man Standing. I enjoyed
it.
So, yeah, I enjoyed them.
I'm trying to think the last
one. Was it the Brock Reigns one? Have you had one since then?
SummerSlam.
Yeah. Was that 24?
Oh, they would have had one since then. Yeah, they would have had one since then.
You sure?
That was a few years ago now. I'm sure they've had one since then.
That was
top of my head.
Or 23? Was that 23 or
2022 they had it.
That would have been 20. Was 22. That 22 now?
Yeah, that was Triple H's first sort of pay-per-view in charge as well.
So I was saying about the years. I was thinking 24, but no, it wouldn't have been 24 because Reigns obviously went champion. You sure it was 22 and not 23?
No, it was 22. That's when Triple H came to power.
Jeez, okay. So yeah, they must have had one since then. But that's obviously the last memorable one to me. But yeah, I love my Last Man Standing matches. Wow, for 24 years ago.
I enjoyed them. Guys, if you want to comment on the video and let us know what the last man standing match was, then let us know, remind us, even if you give us your favorite ones as well.
Yeah, I'm getting old. My memory's not the same. So like I said, if you said to me, guess what year that match was, I would have said 24, but then I would have thought, actually, no, Reigns went champion then. So I would have said 23. No way would I have said 22. Damn.
I mean, I'm not being funny. You're coming up next year, I think it was 20 years when Cody Rhodes debuted in WWE and Orton was his first opponent.
Yeah, it's mad.
During that Dusty Rhodes, you know what I mean? I remember it like it was yesterday as well. I remember it like I was young. I was about 14 at that point. That was happening.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, indeed.
That's what they say. Anyway.
Crazy out.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's what they say, but yeah, time just flies by, man. It's crazy.
Jeez.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this Orton and Cody feud because I think there's still many layers to it as well.
Yeah, there is.
And especially without the interference of celebrity as well in there or anyone else in there, just between them two now.
Yeah, it's a personal
let them cook.
Blood feud. Just let them cook, and they will.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt about it. We could talk whilst on the subject of returns as well. We've had a few returns recently. Nick Aldis returning to the ring in the WWE ring debut. We've had Kevin Owens come back, Randy Orton come back. We've got another one who's coming back now. Who seems to take quite a few breaks and then comes back for a few months and leaves again. So we've got Shinsuke Nakamura again with a promo advertising that he's coming back. The only difference with this one, though, that's different from the others, it seems, is, as he said, he's not coming back alone. Now, I'll be honest, because Shinsuke Nakamura's in and out, he's in storylines for a bit, leaves, comes back. It kind of takes me out of it, and I kind of, I don't get excited when he comes back at this point now.
Yeah, I hear that, yeah.
But this is different. This interests me because, as great as he's been, they don't seem to know what to do with him consistently. But now he's coming back. He said he's not coming back alone. Now, I'm intrigued to see if he's coming back with a faction then, or what's he doing there? Or
I don't know.
WWE signed someone from New Japan that he's got history with? Or...
I don't know. I was thinking about it briefly. I've not thought deeply about it, if I'm honest. But I was thinking about it briefly, and there's no one really that stands out to me. So yeah, maybe it's someone that he's got history with. I don't know. There's no one that's sort of standing out to me that I think, yeah, I could see him with Shinsuke. I don't know. You got any names in mind?
I'm trying to think of names because, see, that's the thing. I can't think of anyone. There could be, it's the guy's name. He was called Evil in New Japan. Naraku, is it? He's in NXT now.
Yes.
Yes. Married to Io Sky as well.
Say the name again.
Just a little fun fact.
Say the name again. Say the name again.
I think it was Evil in New Japan.
New Japan, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's, I might be pronouncing it wrong. Naraku in NXT. Okay. Or Naraku in NXT.
That's not who I was thinking. But yeah, it could be.
Yeah, but he's. I'm thinking. Don't just say it will be a Japanese wrestler that sides with him, but I feel like that's where they'll go with him. Like someone who's got history with him in New Japan. I can't think of anyone in WWE on the roster currently that I think he's got long-term history with going back on the main roster now. Like no one that's in WWE that he's got history with going back in WWE. Mm-hmm. So this was interesting because I'm thinking who's he coming with? So could it be someone that's going to sign with WWE or someone that's returning that we've forgotten about? Top of my head, I can't think.
Yeah, I can't. There's no one that's jumping out to me. In a way, that's a good thing because I want to be surprised. I don't think we get enough surprises.
Exactly, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. You don't. That's a great point because as much as we speculate and we end up getting it right, it's like, oh, I called it. It's like,
and then when it happens,
you want to be
not quite the same impact. Yeah.
So, sometimes you might be happy you're right, but then sometimes you're like, oh, well, if I didn't figure that out, I would have enjoyed it a bit more. So I'm intrigued to see I'm intrigued to see who they bring in for him. I'm intrigued. Guys, also let me know if I have.
No, I was going to say so quickly. It's interesting. He's going after Tama and Talatonga with Haku by their side. You'd imagine that's the last people they want to tangle with.
That's the interesting point. Guys, if I've gotten Evil's name wrong, whose new name in NXT, obviously just let me know. Slaughter me all you want. If I got it completely wrong, I do apologize to him.
Please slaughter him. Please slaughter him.
Lay into me. So, lay into me. I'm not great at pronouncing everyone's names. This is an easy name to pronounce though, because the easy English name, Chelsea Green, new interim women's champion. But there's a couple of concerns for it now. So she appeared on SmackDown, first episode on SmackDown, celebrating with Tiffany. Maybe could be a hint of jealousy there. Maybe a bit of a hint of a turn on her. So there's two issues that's happened. One, she got pinned on SmackDown, first night as champion, which I thought was an odd decision.
Wrong.
The second one is we found out recently now, I think yesterday or today even, she has picked up an audible bone injury. She's broken, yeah.
And that injury is no joke. First I'd like to say is to get well soon for Chelsea Green. But broken orbital is no joke. That's probably a couple months out, I'd imagine. 6 to 8 weeks, I'd probably give that before we see again. So, do we have another interim champion? I don't know. Do you strip? I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't think you can. Well, what I say is, if it is a 6 to 8 week thing and they know it from now, you just let it be. Don't take the title off her because Rhea Ripley's been out for 2 months and you've had this whole thing with the interim champion coming in and she's still technically got the belt.
Mm-hmm.
If you then take it off Chelsea Green, if she's going to be out that same amount of time or maybe even a bit less or whatever, we'll say maybe less because this is 2 months. Rhea's still going to be out because she just had surgery. You can't then take it off Chelsea Green because she can't defend the title. Another thing as well is Liv Morgan. You've not had her defend the belt for 4 months. So if it's a thing where they can't compete, you know, have to defend the title, it's one of those where you can't just take the title off her now because Rhea and Liv not defend the title. So it kind of contradicts each other.
It does. Do you know what? I would probably go with the same thing. I'd probably keep it on there because at least with the Broken Orbital, you've got an idea when she's coming back. With Rhea, it looked like they didn't really know when she was coming back. So you then have to take the belt off her. With the Broken Orbital, you know, really it's generally 6 to 8 weeks. And that's sort of 8 weeks tops. Especially for someone like Chelsea, who's young, he's fit, she'll heal quite quickly as well. So no more than 8 weeks. So I'd probably keep
it. She could still, she keep it, and she could still appear on SmackDown as well.
Yeah,
she had a
still appear, exactly. She could still make appearances.
Did she injure? She just can't compete in the ring, and you're invested in the character anyway. I think a lot of ways you're investing in a character rather than the matches anyway because she's that entertaining.
Exactly.
She not broke her ankle. She did something to her ankle, and she was rolling around in a wheelchair, still appearing on SmackDown. So,
true.
I no doubt she'll still be appearing on SmackDown. Maybe even with a mask on. She might have a gimmick little sort of mask on as well, you know, fancy mask or whatever. Just to goes with the character. So, you know, I don't think you need to take the title off her. You definitely don't need to. So,
what I would also say it was out that she took the pin.
Yeah.
Come on, you're a fresh champion.
Yeah, that's
taking the pin. That should have been Tiffany taking the pin. I had no issue with Fatal Influence winning that, but out of the two, it should have been Tiffany taking the pin.
Yeah, I don't. Especially first night. The fact that it was the first night as champion appearing, I just thought, come on. It was a nice surprise giving her that. But I just thought,
there's already skepticism about her being champion as well. You just sort of add to that skepticism about her being champion, and I think that's wrong. Because I don't think
that's what I mean.
I think Chelsea's.
I don't know. Maybe it's to build up sympathy.
I don't think.
Oh, what? Worthy champion? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, maybe it's to build up sympathy for her.
Because there's that skepticism. I think that's the sympathy. The sympathy is because there's skepticism around Chelsea. She's not seen as probably a real champion. Almost, she's like I said, more for her character rather than her in-ring work. So I think there's already that thing that's everyone's behind Chelsea and want Chelsea to do well. That's why she got the pop she did when she won the belt. So I don't think.
Oh yeah, it was a massive pop.
Yeah, she didn't need to take the pin. That should have been, for me, it should have been Tiffany that took the pin. But listen, get well, Wilson Green. Hope to see in the ring back in the next 6 weeks or so. And yeah, hopefully they give her a bit of a run with her belt. But like I said, I think she is a worthy champion.
Yeah, give her a run, let her hold the belt. Obviously, if you're keeping it on her when she's injured, she'll have it at least for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, but don't just let her have a couple matches and then she loses it when she's back. Let her have a bit of a run.
Yeah, that would be nice. But
and I think she will also grow into it. She will also grow into that role. I just, you can see from her personality, I just think confidence, if you can just give her that lady confidence, I think she'll just flourish.
Yeah. She'll be featured more on TV as champion as well. Well, with the injury, I think she could still be featured on TV quite often. So, you know, the fans will get behind her even more as well over time. Well, in that ladder match, I think it was safe to say Jade Cargill and Charlotte were the favourites for it. And I think, I could be wrong, it seemed like it was meant to be them two at SummerSlam before his injury. But we did get on SmackDown in the main event. It was a very good match. It probably highlights again how Jade's improving in the ring. And it's a very good match. So Charlotte picks up the win due to a returning Alexa Bliss. And again, another return. It's the highlight. Well, it's the theme right now.
Yeah.
But also a debut for Tatum Paxley as well. Who
NXT,
hit a clean crossbody.
That was a bit of a shock, to be honest. But yeah, interesting that obviously she's alongside Alexa and Charlotte now. With Charlotte and Jade, I thought it was a match. I went on social media. Before I saw it, I went on social media and people saying, oh, Jade's botched this, she botched that.
The finish looked a bit clunky, but I think it was just
and I watched the match. I thought, this has been a good match. And I thought it was, it was the finish. It was a bit clunky. It could have been
finished.
Could have been
talk away from it a bit.
Yeah. Well, the match as a whole, I thought it was a good match. I thought, you can see the improvements in Jade. Charlotte is Charlotte. She's one of the all-time greats on the men or women's roster. She's outstanding. I thought it was a good match, and I'd like them to run it back, to be honest.
I think they definitely could, especially because they could run. Yeah, they could definitely run it back. They can get a couple more matches out of there. Yeah. I think it'll keep further improving Jade in the ring as well, working with Charlotte.
With Charlotte, exactly that. It was, the finish wasn't the smoothest. There was a couple botches in there, but the match as a whole was a good match, and it went very smooth, to be honest. For me, that match was a solid 8, and it could have been a little bit more. Certainly the finish maybe took away half a point, but I'd give that match a solid 8 out of 10.
That's fair enough. I'm interested to see as well where it goes forward as well with Charlotte, Alexa Bliss, and now Tatum Paxley as well. Mm-hmm. We'll see maybe her working along with Charlotte and Alexa will build up as well a bit, get the fans behind her a bit more who are new to seeing her. We shall see. I'm interested to see how SmackDown does going forward because I think SmackDown will start cooking going forward. But we shall see, guys. You'll check out on our next episodes when we'll do review SmackDown in the coming weeks, and we'll give you our thoughts on them. But until next time, guys, check out next episode. We'll focus on Brock Lesnar. Until then, we'll see you then, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, everyone. Big up.
Thank you for watching the Brothers of Destruction podcast. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and look out for our question of the week.